Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Morning Coffee. I got my coffee locked and loaded, ready to go, because we have to talk about Bitcoin and what it is doing now after this mega correction in this bull run, and what is next for Bitcoin. What are the reasons for this correction and how far we could continue. And also we're going to talk a little bit about the new Veve WebApp UI and some other things around ECOMI and VEVE right after this little intro. So, good morning, every one of you. I see a lot of people are already active here in the chat. First of all, make sure to smash up the like button right now. Under the stream, we're about 10 people, so if we could get 10 likes, that would be amazing. I see James Nguyen posted a lot of stuff here. ECOMI to the moon, HRO to the moon, altcoins to the moon. Hello. Yeah, we were not live yet then. And I see a Bored Ape. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes we were talking about that as well. And then we have a lot of rare hodlers in the house. Trucking Hank, good morning. G-Money, what's up? Jonas is here, good morning. Good to see you as well. Patrick Bultman, also rare hodler here in the house. Nice to see. At least 4. So all the rare hodlers already awake. And then 10:54 p.m. for James. I don't know where James lives, but it must be to the east from Germany with that time zone. Like to the east, if you draw a total vertical, right? Yeah, listen, in the house, absolutely. So let's jump right in, because today, unfortunately, we do not have so much time. So let's get right directly on with the stuff that you also saw on the thumbnail. This is Bitcoin, and we have corrected from the highest to the very lowest point. We have corrected 23.55%. And that is quite a bit of a drawdown, but it's not unexpected, because if you were subscribed to this channel and you would have followed this channel since, I don't know, somewhere here at least, then you would know that we have exactly drawn this scenario in, and we are actually, to fulfill the entire scenario, we are only halfway there. But today I'm also going to outline why this might be already the end of the correction. So you guys remember this bull flag? We said worst case scenario, we break this to the downside and would perform a move like this. And I mean, you cannot make this stuff up, how accurate this basically followed our line here. I must say, I did not expect that to be that accurate, but here we go. And now the expected little bounce here that we cannot really see in the daily chart. But if we go to the 4-hourly, we can see that at this very point where we also expected it, it's reacting, okay? And then you would probably wonder from yesterday to today about this yellowish line. That is the bull market support band, so to say. And that is sloping up here and probably is going to go a little bit in the more sideways. And there is an upper and a lower band. So technically there's more room to the downside for this one. But I wouldn't count too much on this support band here, as we have also breached it several times throughout this bull market. So we have wicked down or stood or have been passing even a little bit under the support band. So I would say the more accurate support band or support, bull market support, is this purple line that we have since a while. And that is, basically just the touch points that we have since the bear market bottom here. And, oops, that was the halving. And then we never, since this touch in September 23, basically, we never came back to this line. And if we would crash down to this line right now, we would go to, yeah, let's say it wouldn't be today, but we would go to more or less here 39,000, and that is this exactly this low. So I would say that in the absolute worst case scenario, you could somehow come back down to this line and still have the bull market intact. Okay, so don't worry about the bull market, in my opinion. And here you clearly see if we would crash to 52,500 or so, the bull market would be absolutely fine. We see we would have a bigger, higher low, and then probably go up for a higher high. Okay, so that is the case, and the reason is obviously this year. So yesterday there was the Fed meeting. I watched it. Powell did in fact pretty much rule out another hike. He said it just needs more on the same level, and they are basically don't giving answers to when there is another, or when the rate cut will kick in and how many rate cuts there will be, and that they are going to do it data driven. So that was basically the bottom line here. It's really amazing because some journalists in this, or one journalist in specific on this FOMC meeting, basically asked all the time about another rate hike, as if he wanted to push Powell to another rate. I mean, another rate hike at this point would be probably devastating and should not happen. And I think the market is ruling it out as well. And I think the thing is, as long as so Powell is like, the economy is strong, the labor market is strong, and he knows that smaller income people get wrecked. But he argued that like, while right now with the rate hikes, but basically people with a credit, with the non-fixed rate get wrecked, he argued that if you wouldn't keep down inflation or bring down inflation, people that are living paycheck to paycheck, normal people, would be getting wrecked by inflation, because if you are already living paycheck to paycheck, you will not be able to afford the same stuff month over month over month, and you just have a decreasing basket basically. And obviously they don't want to have wages go up, because then that means inflation goes up again, right? So all in all, I think this was pretty okay, and that's also, I think, the reason why we stuck at this level at the moment. And now it really depends on the readings. But as I said before, for the rate cuts to happen, something important in the economy, not hopefully, but has to break first to then have them react. I think that is basically, they will go with a high rate until either inflation really comes down or something big breaks. And one of the things that could break is their own US interest rates, right? I mean, the US is paying so much interest rates that is absolutely crazy. GMPH, Veve 2.0 is live. Any thoughts? Yes, we will be looking at Veve 2.0 after the Bitcoin and the chart stuff. So we'll be talking about Veve today as well, and we're going to go live in the app. Green Lantern is also here. GM Hodlers, what's up, Green Lantern? So all of that caused the from absolutely greed to come back to basically fear, right? In just a little while, just in a couple of days, in 2 weeks basically, or actually in 2 days, from greed to fear. And that is usual. These dips instigate fear in people. So, and it's also a reset that is necessary in the market. And I think the moment that we are kind of coming out of this correction, this bottom, we will rally pretty hard. Here's an example. I mean, this is a what if, but it's still interesting in my opinion. Look at that. So you have the, 1 second. Oh yeah, there you go. That's good. You have the US ETF. You had the US ETF launch, and then you had this correction on the news, and then you came up in a big pump curve. And now we have the Hong Kong ETF, and we have the correction on the news. And what if after this spike down, we'll have just another rally like this? Because that would easily bring us in the direction of 100K if it would happen in the same way. I mean, that was this year was a more than a 30K move. So if we would put a 30K move here, or 30 something K, we would go to 87, 90,000. Just interesting how this stuff moves. Yeah, so but just to be fair, the US ETF launch was a full success, and a Hong Kong ETF launch is a very slow one. So there could be a little bit time going into that. Then an important one here on the Bitcoin dominance. Actually, Bitcoin dominance, we broke back in. We lost the support immediately after pumping up to 57%. And if we are looking at this on the weekly, we can see that we really, we kind of broke back into this long pattern here. And by the way, here obviously the bull market support is useless, but let's get out of the way with this. But this will be interesting if we are in fact now already coming into a point where the altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin for longer, or if we will come back up. My guess is we will still come back up once more. We will still move upwards as long as we are forming a series of higher highs and higher lows. We will have to observe it, but these 3 red candles we had this year as well, and then a sharp push up again. So we will see. This is still 3 days to go until the weekly close. We will see if we will close the weekly above this line. This would be interesting. Otherwise, we have to observe very well for the altcoins. But at the moment, altcoins are stronger than Bitcoin. The moment this Bitcoin turns around, I think we will see stronger Bitcoin dominance. James asks, what happens in America if hot dogs and hamburgers and pizza goes up by 50%? I don't know, man. Probably, I don't know, maybe the number of obese people will decrease. I don't know. But jokes aside, I mean, the problem is that it's not only hot dogs, hamburgers, and pizzas that are going up. I mean, let's say you're earning $2,000 a month, right, or 3,000, somewhere between that, right? And you spend everything because you have a couple of children and you have a house and maybe you have a credit on the house or like a loan on the house. And you have a car that you have to get to work with and so on, and then you're saving like $50 a month, and then inflation rises a little bit and you have no savings left a month. But then inflation goes a little bit more, just a little bit more, like a little uptick, and you have to cut back on something, right? Either you have less activity with your children, or you spend less on food, so that means you decrease the quality of the food that the whole family gets, pork meat instead of beef, right, and so on. So pitchfork and burning fast food joints, yep, that's probably it. I mean, obviously 50%, and you're not so wrong with 50%. A couple of streams ago, I showed a chart about the last 10 years of fast food price development. McDonald's is actually up 100% in the US, and many others like Wendy's and so on. They're like all of them are up over the last 10 years. They're all up more than 50%. Most of them 80%. which is a year-over-year 8%, which is the same up in price that you get returns on an average in the stock market. 8% per year would be the average in the stock market if you're in a S&P 500 or not S&P 500, in a Russell, in a Dow Jones ETF. So yeah. But anyways, let's hope that gets under control. Otherwise, it will be very, very nasty. And I have a feeling that the Fed and the government, they will switch to control it one more time, and then maybe break the system. But I think people thought also in 2008 that they will break the system, and then that was billions and trillions, and not trillions. Now it's trillions. People think it breaks. We will see if it breaks this time. Yeah, Bitcoin to the moon, absolutely. So that's, yeah, Bitcoin is hedging against your McDonald's prices, basically. That's for sure. So I think there's only one real option right now, and that is for the Fed, and that is to keep the rates on. And for us, there's only one option, and that is to try it with crypto, right? So I'm very confident that the Bitcoin price will turn around at some point. Maybe the worst case scenario will come into play, maybe only for a quick drawdown. Maybe there's the end already here with a little bit more positive reading, just to sum this up. Let's look at actually at the total 3. Let's refresh right here. So how is our altcoin move looking? Well, it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. It doesn't look fantastic in your portfolios, that's for sure, but it looks fantastic from a timing perspective. I have to say this. And if you're following my channel, you've seen my video updates. We're down 25%, 24.7% from top to bottom of this current correction. If we want to be more accurate than this, we would have another week. Then we would have another red week coming down to 569 billion. Like here, right here, and then we would be so accurate on this and then bounce back up in the same, like in the next week or so. It's the 2nd of May now. We have a little bit more time, maybe. But if we want to fulfill this timing, hey, we're right on track. Why? Yeah, I don't know, because sometimes these cycles, they rhyme really hard. How would this backtest look? So actually, I think this week could have been already it, but technically the backtest could go as low as this yellow line, right? This would be a backtest in the altcoins that would really hurt in the portfolio. I mean, if we zoom in a little bit more, we see that technically you could go as low as here, right? But here's the wicks of this previous move. And I really don't want to touch this blue line at all. You see that I'm like trying to show you the chart behind the blue line, because I don't want to move anything, so that no one can say, oh, you just realigned that, and then say it's moving like clockwork. It is moving like clockwork. And if it's moving like clockwork, then you see that we only have basically 2 weeks and 3 days. So that would be, yeah, about 17 days until we should restart the rally and then go ballistic. Jordan is here. Good morning, Jordan. What's going on? How are you doing? Guys, make sure to check out Jordan's YouTube channel if you haven't yet. Jordan says, yo, Big PH, what's good? Buy any Chuck yet? Good dip NFA. No, and I also won't. I won't buy Chuck. Because reason being is, if I had spare funds, I would buy the dip on Metacade. And if I wouldn't buy Metacade, I'd probably buy the dip on Chappies. And if I wouldn't buy Chappies, I'd probably buy the dip on something else, like Unfortunately, no Chuck for me. Sorry for that. You have to deal without me on this one. To be honest, the only thing that I know about Chuck is that they have done some charity where they were donating $4,000 to save some dogs, which I really like. So I like this endeavor. I think that also Chuck is now visible on CoinMarketCap, so I heard about that. But other than that, I saw got a not a big one, but I got some Metacade, couple of $100 in Metacade. So if you consider my portfolio, so my portfolio in this dip, like with this dip, today is 20,000 euros. What's that, like $23,000 or so? That's my portfolio size. So if you consider like a $300-400 Metacade bag inside of that, not that much, but it's fine, right? $5,000 as of yesterday. CoinGecko as well yesterday. Okay, sounds good. On the Chuck. Yep. Congratulations, sounds good, and I hope the ride is. I mean, it's probably Chuck is evolving to more than just a meme, probably. But for now, it's still a meme, and we have to be very careful with meme coins. But I think it is. What is the market cap? It's 1 million, and if it actually can get traction, and actually can get. I mean, there is the chance to do 100x, right? If you really get traction, and if you really pump in this market, and you get some YouTubers to permanently endorse this, why not? I mean, the idea is good. It's a dog meme. Dog memes are always good, and there's probably more utility coming to it. So yeah, why not? But that's it for Chuck. Enough with the Chucks, because we have to move on here, because I have a hard stop in a second. So just a quick one on the altcoins. So altcoins are pretty hard in the gutter, as we see here, right? So you guys see this. Actually, let's refresh just to be sure. Okay, and then so this is, I would say, this is, if you want to buy the dip, that's your moment. Let me just quickly get some more time frames in the layout. We want this and not this. Okay, so 24 days and 90 days here, and then 1 year on the other side, right? So that's what we want to see. And the yearly is, let me put this like this, and then we have the year. Buying OMI still. Yeah, actually I was thinking about buying the dip on OMI, but as I said, at the moment have to deal a little bit with some things in real life. So not too much left over for buying the dip, unfortunately, right now. So that sucks, but it is what it is. Can't overextend. That's the main rule, right? No overextending. We see here though that we have some. I mean, we have the dip, right? Actually, maybe we should also open the 7 days, because that's more or less the range of the dip, and put it here. So now we can see really what's going on. So Bitcoin is down. So everything's down hard on the 7 days, like Ethereum's fine, but if you look at the 90 days, we're still up, right? So had you bought previously in the bull run, in the pre-bull, then you would be green all across the board, right? So there are some coins that are down pretty hard also, and that can be scooped up. We see also ADA didn't really have a rally yet. We see mostly like 15% down on the week. So there's some kind of recovery going on. Chainlink, I think Chainlink is a good buy at the moment, right? So here we have Link. Actually, can we do it like this so that we see the logos? Chago Solis, good morning. What's going on? Good to see you here. So that must be it. And then Matic. I mean, if you're bullish on it, probably a good time. I mean, we're down 30% on the year. Matic really suffered since they were deemed a security by the SEC in that Coinbase lawsuit. They're basically down really hard, not so good. But maybe their time is coming still. So this is like the bigger ones, the top ones. Aptos also down 12% on the year, so you're getting Aptos pretty cheap right now. What else is good here in the tops? So I would not buy Atom. I sold my Atom in the pre-bull to buy something better, just because the Cosmos ecosystem is super great, but the coins in that ecosystem, they are really great, but they're not utilizing the Atom coin in a way that the tokenomics are favorable. So this is also why Atom is just not performing. Then Mantle Filecoin could be interesting. It's not up much in the year, so they have somewhat of a dilution also. I mean, Render is just crazy. That is absolutely crazy. Pepe is crazy, 500% up. I would not buy memes that are already in here in the top 40 or so. Then I would rather go with Chuck and try my luck with that than going with Dog with Head or Pepe, because I mean they already have a market cap of 2 billion. So we see, and then here, for example, look at that. Dog with Head bigger than VeChain, right? So we see these coins are at the moment the top 50. You need 2.5 billion to come into the top 50, right? I would say it is possible for all of these coins in the lower, like beyond the top 20, to still do a 10x. From here, from in this dip, I would not have said that beyond that, but I think things like the Graph and VeChain, they can do a 10x from here, maybe a little bit more even, and we will see throughout the bull run. And then, so this is a little bit of an altcoin watch today. So what else is on discount? We see Celestia is down pretty hard. I know that a lot of people like Celestia without knowing too much what's going on, so that looks good. Algorand is down on the year, so if you are bullish on Algorand, that might be the time. We still only 10% up on the 90 days, so there's really not much lost here from an entry perspective. Definitely would stay away from Bonk. Are Veve Comics selling out each week? We can check that in a second. Let's just actually we have to move on. So enough with the altcoins. I would, just as a quick and final word, for buying the dip, I would look probably more in the beyond top 100 coins that have the potential to do a 20, 40, 50x in a bull run, but that's it. So altcoins, once the correction is done, probably coming up in a big way. This might be the last time to buy the dip. That as a final word. Let's look at Veve. So Veve has brought out a new UI. So if you're going in the web app, you are getting this, right? And then it says here, check out the new Veve 2.0 look. We've been working on creating an even better experience for collectors that is consistent, simple, and accessible. This is a gradual rollout and not all the features are there yet, but we couldn't wait to share Veve 2.0 with you now. So let's maybe discuss this first. The problem is that they roll out something incomplete because they want to have something to show right now. The pressure of the FUD is really getting to them. So let's check it out. But instead of just designing something complete, they want to roll it out now. Maybe also to collect feedback, which is valuable. But if you're looking at, like, if you're clicking here on, by the way, why is this so big? Like, probably we can do it more like this. Here we go. So what you're getting is you get a new look on the things. Like, for example, this here. So let's discuss this. If you're looking at the collectibles, you can see that the marker, and this is one of the main, like, of the biggest changes, like, that I love most, right, are these little labels, because the secret rare one or the rare or the ultra, they really get me excited, right? Just by, hey, this is a rare, this is something special, right? Look at the how this looks, and then it says here craft only, right? So that is cool. You have these things, and then the artist proof is also cool. Like, you have the artist proof logo, and the background is more like it's setting the collectible more apart. So I think this looks really good for the comics also, and the gem logo also looks more pristine, right? So the gem logo is new. It looks very good. And then we have here the brands, so that is new. I don't know what else is new, but I think they try to test this here right now. I don't know if we can see anything else that you can sort here. We have the new look here, so futures you know and love. You might notice a few things missing. We're working on this, but in the meantime, you can still access the old version using this handy link, okay? What do you think, guys? What do you think about this UI? And what happens if I'm going into the drop panel? So that's also in the new UI. So you have and also the marker here, the modern age, okay? We have a comic here, X-Men 53, waitlist opening in 30 minutes before the drop. Guys, by the way, would you want me to do like drop streams in the future? Like would you watch this? I mean, usually I don't want to steal from the people that are doing this on a regular basis, but sometimes we could just get together here, chat about ECOMI and VEVE, sign up for a wait list for a comic or so, just do a stream. On the other hand, the biggest right now, this is maybe possible, but the biggest problem is that it's during working hours, so it will definitely not be for every drop, but we could do something like this from time to time. We could do that. We could use that more as a, hey, there is an extra altcoin VEVE comic, whatever, drop stream. So that definitely. Then, okay, so this is the new UI. I think there's not much more that is new here, but I really like it. So I like this. I like how the cover variants are displayed, and I like the denominators. What I really want to see on this new thing is that when I get a drop, when I hit a drop or a blind box, that I get an animation. I really want to have an animation here, so that it makes it a little bit more addictive, right? Okay, so, and then let's move on to the, by the way, Energy, if you're watching this, congratulations to your VEVE birthday, and congratulations to your connecting cover, and congratulations to your new Peach Momoko drops. Okay, now we're going to the Veve Comics. Not to the checkout. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. So Veve Comics. Let's check them out. New this week. So let's see if what's new this week. So we have a Weapon X-Man. Cables, I have no idea what that is, but probably they're just bringing that out, and so this is same day as print. We have Get Fury, I have no idea. So here's an Incredible Hulk. So let's see how these, so this is not sold out. we can get this stuff. Secret rare, okay, so 3 variants. So this is not sold out. What else? So, and then we have Power Pack, The Storm, Vengeance of the Moon Knight, Immortal Thor issue 10, that's definitely not sold out. I don't even have to check that. Then X-Men issue number 34, also not sold out. So I don't think that these are selling out right away. But what I see is, for example, if you go into, so what I like to look at is like fan favorites like Miles Morales. So if you go on this, so here's a trick. If you want to check a series out, you can go on the limited edition if you want to see them all, and then you can click here just on next issue. It will show this again, but it will keep the screen here open. By the way, I have the secret rare. I'm proud of that. And here, for example, we see only 250 of 1,000 left. So this is closer to sell out already, this comic. And I also have this secret rare, but apparently this is not even close to sell out, which is really, I don't know why, because I mean these are all looking crazy. No worries though. By the way, I'm covering up the secret rare if there's 5, so let's go with this. So I have this secret rare, and I really like it. So then you look here. So here, oh, this one has 27 left, but the so this is the thing. The secret rare is already sold out. You see, this is a problem. So how do you sell the last 27 if there's no chase? I mean, you could still argue, okay, you can get an ultra rare, but why would you go for this if the secret rare is already sold out? Anyways, I mean, maybe someone is going for the ultra rare and buying more, and then in the end, if the price goes up, probably the last ones are going to sell out from store. This one not close to sell out. This one not. 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 This one also not. This one, I would have expected this one because of the secret. The secret is really cool. I think if there are many left over in July onwards, like after me traveling and spending a lot of money with that, I'll probably go back to hunting these. This one here is only 30 left, and it's a $12 comic. That is crazy. I think the reason for that is that the rare is a chase because of this cover style. Some people are collecting this, and again here 30 sold out secret rare already. So I don't know if you should display this, but it's very transparent. So in terms of transparency, we like that, right? Motili is here. Good morning. What's up? By the way, guys, do me the favor, smash the like button if you enjoy these live streams. And yeah, so this is something interesting to look at, and that's it. That's the Spider-Man run, as Miles Morales run that you have. So none of these are fully sold out, but 3 of those are close to sold out. So you see, there's a lot to buy and mint. But overall, I think the 1,000 edition comics that are going to sell out. I wish there was somewhat of a way to have, so for to see if what's already sold out, right? I mean, there's if you go to for example, this Amazing Spider-Man one it only has 2 left, and apparently, so this is crazy. It says it has 2 left, and there is still a secret rare, right? So I should do this right now. Right? So we should do this right now. Let me just quickly. Okay, let's try this. Okay, it says it's not available. So maybe that's just not true. I thought that maybe there's 2 left and one of them is a secret rare, but nope. So this must be a bug, right? Okay, cancel the reservation. Damn. Okay. Okay. Not happening. Not happening. So probably it's already sold out, right? But yeah, so here's the same thing in this series. There are a couple of them are sold out, others are not. I don't know why, maybe because of the cover style. But yeah. So Amazing Spider-Man, probably almost the overall run is available. Oh, this one is sold out. The number 40 is sold out completely. It would be cool if it would show this also on all rarities here. This is sold out. Okay, never mind. Here's another thing. There was another thing that I wanted to show, and that is this one here. So overall, like, collectibles are down, but some collectibles are still achieving like record prices. So this is a physical collectible, but it did achieve a price of 3 million. So you have here the CGC PSA 10 Pristine 10 Alpha Black Lotus, one of the most sought after Magic cards, Magic the Gathering cards in existence, and that was sold at a $3 million price in a private transaction. That is crazy, right? I mean, this is a card. This is a Black Lotus card from Magic. That is coming close to Pokemon card prices in the peak times. I think we all remember that Logan Paul bought a card for like $5 million or so. What was that? What was the card? There was a rare Pokemon card that he bought. Pokemon Illustrator was that. Yeah, and then this one also, someone opened the Veve Comics on the Tesla screen. This is funny, but absolutely useless because, I mean, you can have a break. Like, you can, while you're loading your car, maybe you can just tap around and read some comic. Maybe that's the value here. But while driving, you shouldn't. Maybe the guy on the, like, on the not on next to the driver, maybe you can read comics. But I think it's cool that you can just open this fairly smooth on from the Veve collectibles on screens, right? On screens of various types. So this is good. Overall, this is a very nice thing that gets a like. I really like that. Okay, and then a last one here on the looks of the Veve users. So Veve users are, it's fairly difficult to see right now because of this mega jump because of the ECOMI airdrop. But in the last 2 days, we got 20 more unique holders in the wallet on those drops that happened. So it seems that, so we can't really see it here. It seems flatlining because of that. Like, it's just blew it out of proportion. But if you look here, we come from 658, 800 something to 900 something. So almost 100 new users or unique holders basically since April 12th. So within the means of like roughly 2 weeks, we got 100 users. So that's a little bit less. Yeah. Trucking Hank says, I watch you while driving. Hey, be safe, my man. But so just for everyone's, like, the disclaimer, guys, if you watch me, listen to me. Watch the street and be safe, right? So that's the most important thing. I mean, I will still do my best to maybe sell to maybe tell what's going on, so that you can listen to this while driving, like an audiobook, right? So please don't watch me moving around here. Okay, guys, make sure to smash up the like button right now. Unfortunately, I have to jump already. So thank you all for being here, discussing. I hope you are still bullish on crypto and so on. We are really headed into more good times, in my opinion. So don't despair. This is a buy the dip opportunity. If you subscribe to this channel now, turn on notifications so you always see the quick video updates that we're bringing out. If you haven't seen yesterday's, it's still valid. And wherever you are on the world, have yourself